Foreclosure Lease Buyback Plan. A foreclosure doesn't have to mean that the former homeowner will end up out of his or her home once the legal process is complete. Some lenders in recent months have begun offering a foreclosure lease buyback situation. Lenders are interested in offering lease buyback deals because it helps them with the guilt of vacant foreclosed homes. They don't have to worry about putting it on the market and within a year or two may be able to sell it back to the former owner. What's more, in November, Fannie Mae, the holder of many residential loans, authorized a tenant lease program where it leases foreclosed properties back to the former owners. In some cases, the agency would like to see the former owners be able to buy back the properties as well. Here's how the program typically works. Once the foreclosure is complete and discharged by the judge, the owner usually moves out. But in this case, the former owner stays and signs a lease with the landlord, typically the mortgage lender. If it's a lease buyback, at least will include some portion of the rent that will be earmarked toward the purchase of the property. After a year or two, if the owner has shown responsibility in making payments and has met his or her own other financial obligations, that money is then applied to purchase the property at the market value. So, even with a foreclosure, having to be evicted or move to a smaller apartment or rental property isn't always a guaranteed fate. Instead, one should check with his or her lender to see if they will agree to a foreclosed lease buyback option. The lenders are interested in this because of the glut of housing inventory from foreclosures on the market. It also means less money that they have to spend on marketing, cleanup, and selling a foreclosed property. Remember, this foreclosure lease buyback arrangement typically happens after the foreclosure is complete. It is not a way to avoid the foreclosure, but rather it is a way to move forward after the foreclosure is done. This is a particularly good option if the value of one's property has declined, making the current mortgage higher than the value. Under a foreclosed lease buyback, when the former owner does buy back the property, he or she is able to buy it at a new market value for the home, instead of being saddled with the old, unrealistic value.